Um, I'm sure you must have been oriented to the fact that what is artificial intelligence. Are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, can we just see what is your opinion about the artificial intelligence?
Ma'am,
Sri?
it's a use of computer system to simulate the human mental process, such as interpreting and generating any language.
Yeah, very good. So, there are two, 3 points which Vinjay has said that it's a computerized system. It is working on language, generating language. That is a very big thing. And Shagnik also wanted to say something. Na? Somebody else also had put on. Or Spandan. Somebody else wanted to say. I took Shinjan first. Shinjan first. Anybody? Shagnik, you want to say?
Ma'am,
AI.
AI
What is
basically
your opinion about AI?
AI is basically an artificial intelligence which is nothing but a software, but it helps which can simulate normal human languages and actually help us interpret difficult tasks more conveniently than what a human can do. Moreover, AI has now advanced so much that it can also interpret reasoning and scientific knowledge and deal the informations in a more skeptical way, and then give good answers which are more scientifically relevant. And
Excellent.
yeah,
Excellent. So, if we club what Chinjoy and Shagnik has said, then we can see that almost the fundamentals of AI has already come out. That Chinjoy pointed out the language, what is AI can do, generate, and Shagnik has already said that Arijit wants to join. I think you need to do it or what?
Yes, ma'am, I've made him join.
You have made it. Thank you. So, yes, Shagnik, you have pointed out the essence of AI acting on the advancements and other aspects of AI. Now, Ananya and Srijan, and there are 8 others. So, all of you, any input?
I think there's something that is misunderstood about AI. People tend to think that AI will turn into some kind of sentient being and then take over the world or something. I think people misunderstand the concept of artificial intelligence. It is artificial intelligence, and what we are talking about, taking over the world and all, it is sentience. Sentience and intelligence has a
Yeah,
quite a difference. I think it's there that people misunderstand all these concepts, and
yeah.
people tend to fear AI because of this. And I think it's not like that. And the future would be actually good, and we will be working together with AI, and we would be the sentient beings, and they will be the intelligent ones, and they will help us. And together, I think we will build a better future or something like that.
Yeah, very good. So see how beautifully he has taken out the fear between amongst us about the application of AI. Now, if you see AI since the beginning of the 20th century, AI has come into a long process of evolution. We will just have a brief, I'm very interested in evolution and history because until and unless we understand that, we cannot understand the effective application of any aspect of any machine learning. It is basically a machine learning, and he has already pointed out how we can be frightened of. There is nothing that we should be frightened of. Rather, as Shagnik has also pointed out, we should be seeing the application point of view, and of course, we should be cautious of its utility. Now, Isha, Mriganko, Ananya, welcome all of you. Will you please give your inputs? Anything?
Ma'am, I think if we can use AI as it is meant to be used and not focus on its cons, but if we focus on the pros, then I think AI can help medical science in a lot of ways. For example, ma'am, I have seen many doctors who have used AI efficiently in maintaining the patient database, and they take the history and all the patient informations they have input into an AI software, and that has actually helped in diagnosing the patient very efficiently, and also the patient database is also maintained. In India, actually, as we have a huge number of patients, it becomes quite impossible to maintain the patient database through any hard copy. So I think AI can also help us to manage the database and diagnose the patient efficiently, and also we can draw parallels between the patients and manage the cases efficiently.
Amazing, amazing. Now, see how she has pointed out the utility of a broad database in a hospital setting, and how this database can be of much of utility with the other parallel, she has used the word, with other hospitals, or we can even create a repository with the utility of the data stored in the database of AI. Now, this is what is actually, if you look at the in a broader aspect of AI, it is one of the most important utility of AI. Why we need this AI? But I would also like to ask any one of you that if you are maintaining a database, right? Maybe in any of your hospitals in West Bengal. Now I'm sitting in Nagaland. Incidentally, I didn't introduce myself. I'm Dr. Soumya. I am in Nagaland. I'm posted in Nagaland Institute of Medical Sciences and Research. It's a government institute, and I am a professor of anatomy. I am interested in medical education, and I'm very passionate about bioethics. And recently, I have completed the advanced course in counseling also, which will probably, with the anticipation that it will help in mentor-mentee program. So this is all about myself in a nutshell. Now, see, the most important thing is that I'm focusing it on all of you, raising this question that you have a database sitting in, for example, any of the institutes, say medical college, and I'm sitting in Kohima. Now, I want to use this database because you have 100 cases of dengue and another 1,000 cases of chikungunya, and Gillenberry is already a massacre in Pune and other places. So you also have two, three cases, and I want to see how you people have managed it because it's a database and it's a repository. Okay, maybe the name is anonymous, the age is anonymous, the place is anonymous, etc., etc. Anonymity and privacy and confidentiality has been maintained. But the management I want to see in Kohima because I have got a case of chikungunya or a dengue. Dengue is an epidemic in Kohima. Now, I want to see it. Now, what are the ethical issues which can come up? Should we have an access? Should I have an access, easy access to your database? What is your
Ma'am,
opinion?
we need to first clarify that if there is any ethical, I mean, uh, patient confidentiality is maintained or not.
Very
Because
good.
we can't give it to everyone who wants it. No, we have to
Right.
maintain that, and from institution based, from every state to state, there is variation of every disease.
Of course.
So there must be some regulations and some inputs from their side also to make this possible, make this approach possible in that state only.
Yeah. Yeah, very right. Now, see, with artificial intelligence, application of artificial intelligence, because you have a database and maybe I can use my AI or my robot. I put the software in it, and hacking is it is very very easy nowadays. So I hack your database, and many a times these databases are hacked also. So, therefore, it is very important that we protect our databases, and we should know how to protect our databases also. I'm not a very well conversant about this system also, but your generation is the generation who will be utilizing AI and other means for every aspect of yours management, and so databases needs to be protected. So one of the most important issue which has come out now ethically is the protection of the database, which is within the arena of AI. That is very important. Now, Mriganko, is it Mriganko Navdeep? Yeah,
Mriganka, ma'am.
Mriganko Navdeep. Excellent. Now, what is your opinion of AI in healthcare and medicine? Where else can I apply it?
Ma'am, in my opinion, AI is a very useful study tool and learning tool. Like
Yeah.
ma'am, I feel that AI is a very useful learning tool. As a student, we use AI on daily basis to make many topics easier, which many a times when we can't understand something from standard textbooks, or even if we can't understand from lectures, then AI can be used in those cases.
Will you please give an example? It doesn't matter whether
For
you study physiology or
like,
anatomy. I'm an anatomist. Ma'am is a physiologist. It can be anything. You can put up your
ma'am,
bandwidth
if
is there.
I'm right now, I'm
Put up your picture. Camera off kar do. So that you can
yes,
be heard. Yeah, please tell.
yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for example,
Yeah.
now I'm studying medicine. I'm study from a standard textbook, but there are some long paragraphs which I can't understand, which I can't decipher. Or if I have less time, for example, if I have a test tomorrow and I need to study like 5 pages, then I can input that 5 pages of text in AI chatbot, and it can summarize the main points for me, which is very helpful.
Do you think that you can take that AI chatbot to your exam?
No, ma'am, not for exam, for learning purpose.
Okay. But can it be taken for exam?
No, ma'am, not ethically.
No. It can be taken, na? It can be taken. There are means for it. And in fact, you have heard of the word plagiarism, I'm sure. It is
Yes,
like
ma'am.
copying, and it can be used for plagiarism also. So, see,
Yes, ma'am.
AI has now we can see there are 9 people whom I have not asked at all. So, it is better that we can all come in the picture. Actually, AI is something which can be used for as well as against. So, there are many things regarding AI where we can have the utility of AI as well as AI can be dangerous also. So let us go into a little bit of discussion more. Wait, let me share the slides. Uh, Wait, from where do I share? Uh,
Below there is a button present now. From there, I think you can
Ma'am,
share.
ma'am,
Present.
there is an option just beside the raise hand option. There is a
Present
three
now.
small
Present.
dots are there. Just pressing over it, you will be getting an option share screen. Oh, from there, ma'am, you can share the slides.
Yeah, I know, but I yeah, I was looking for that only. Yeah. Mhm. Share screen तो नहीं आया. Uh,
Present now will come, no, Sinjay?
ना 3 button वाला उसी में तो आता है. It comes in that only.
Yes, ma'am. From the three button section, there is an option like share screen.
Share screen आया ही नहीं. That is why. Exit full screen आया. Should I do that?
Madam, I think you need to go to present
Ma'am,
now.
are you using a laptop?
Yeah.
Ma'am, then there is another option beside the hand icon, that present screen. I think that will be there.
Present now.
Yeah.
Yes,
हाँ.
ma'am. That
That
one.
would do.
Hmm. Choose what to share with Meet. This the site will be able to see the contents of your screen. Entire screen. Window. Meet. Array. Why did it become so difficult today? Hmm?
Ma'am, after clicking on the entire screen option, you click on that entire screen, that big icon, and then you click on share.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
But slide sharing I cannot find. No? Just a moment. Huh? This is what the little earlier generation faces the problem. Though I'm not that
Ma'am,
earlier.
click on the presentation you want to share. We can actually see your entire screen. So whatever you'll do on your laptop, we can see it. Yes, ma'am.
You can see.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can
ma'am. Yes,
see.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now go to slide share mode, then we will be able to see the whole thing.
Yeah. Slide share that only. Wait. Have you,
Yes, it
have,
is okay, ma'am. Yes,
is
ma'am,
it
slide share
okay?
mode.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it
Yes, ma'am. We
okay?
can see.
Yeah. So this is actually where I am right now. Okay. This is my medical college, and this is a little older picture. This is the hostel. This is my house, and this is the library. This is already done. Actually, this is the lecture theatre, and we have all the lectures theaters are smart classrooms. So this part is the anatomy, this is physiology, pharmacology, and this is exam hall. And this part is medical education unit. Then we have pathology, microbiology, administration, and in between at the back we have the forensic medicine. And this is a part of the hospital which we have, and we are coming up with other hospitals over here. So I have a beautiful topography, not AI generated, but just a photo. Now, you are free to make me stop. Huh? I can't see you anymore. So, over here, sorry, over here, I can say that this is a picture which we are very much conversant with. This is a Gurukul. And still we have gurukuls in certain other places like Coimbatore or in Solan in Himachal. We have gurukul systems for Sanskrit and other studies. Now, this is, of course, the time a few years back in 2003, 2005, when we were using these techniques of, this is the center where these are all televisions, and this used to be used by the ECFMG because I have done FAMER from USA. We were taken there and we saw these are all individual screens who are appearing for the exam, and this is the projection camera. Now, this is, you can make out, this is some amount of studies going on, and though he is not in apron, but this is a little, maybe during my time. Now, this is your time coming, and this is what you have been doing. If you have seen the SECTRA or anatomage, that is the three-dimensional dissection table. These are three-dimensional dissection table, and you just by the click of the button, you can just see the rectus abdominis opening up, and then you can see the peritoneum, then you can see all the viscera. So it is the sectra. So this is the basically how the evolution has happened. Now you please make me stop, huh? Because I do not like unilateral talking. I don't like it. So this is how we have started. From here, this though none of us have gone through it. This we just saw it. This I have gone through it. Maybe your ma'am has gone through it. And this we are now teaching. So imagine how difficult it is for us to cope up from here to here. It is not an easy task, basically. Now, therefore, if we go on, we can see the artificial intelligence. What is it? You only said it's machine learning. So I focus on the machine learning part. Then, of course, you only said it is computerized. And I say that there is a lot of research, like Ananda has said, that database is maintained. So, of course, which will be used for research purpose, for patient care, and other things. So there is a software, we all know it, but the environment is also has to be very conducive, like otherwise there can be problems. And we, like Mriganka Navneet has said, using learning and intelligence to take actions. That is maximizing the chance of AI. And it enhances the speed. The precision is very important. Please focus on the word precision, because we now have entered into the era of robotic surgery. That is again an application of AI. So if we don't have the precision, then the OT which we are conducting will not be effective. Similarly, as you people only have said, if we do not have the precision, then patient care is not possible. And effectiveness of human efforts, everything is like that. Now, now, coming to this is basically the history. As I told you, I love history. Did anybody do this exercise of looking at the history? Huh? Has anyone done it? Hi? Am I not audible?
Ma'am, can you
Yes, ma'am,
repeat
you're
the question? We couldn't hear you.
You can hear me?
yes, ma'am, we can
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay. So I'm asking anybody, did you read the history?
Ma'am, are you asking particularly about the history of AI?
Yeah.
Sorry, ma'am. I mean, I didn't.
No, there is nothing to be sorry. Learning is fun, learning is dynamic. And, when I was like you, I never read history of anything. Rather, when we used to open up Harrison and we used to go through the history, say, sickle cell anemia and all these things, now plague, particularly plague. Now, all these things, now we used to feel bored. But if you ask me now, I always start my conversation, I tell it a conversation because I do not take it as a class. It's a interactive session. I always do it with history because until and unless we know the history, how do we know where the thing has come from? So it is. See, it has started in 1956, and then it has obviously went through cycles of optimism because optimism is important because when there is any discovery going on, it is based on optimism. Because if it is based on pessimism, then we cannot go forward. Then it was learned that it needs a lot of investment. So there was a time of disappointment, and this was known as AI winters. So the researchers, they thought that whether the investment will be directly proportional to the output and the outcome and the utility, or it will be inversely proportional. So this is known as this phase came immediately after this, 1956, and this was in the later part of the 20th century, and this AI winter time came. Then suddenly in 2012, so see, from 20th century, it took a long time to understand that it can help in deep learning. And I appreciate all of you have focused on the learning aspect of it. Now, this learning is not always exam oriented or exam based.
Ma'am,
Learning
it
is fun,
seems,
basically.
ma'am,
Yeah, what
ma'am,
happened?
ma'am, it seems that your screen has stopped sharing.
Screen has stopped sharing.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am.
Why? These are the defects of. Wait, I'll go back. I'll go back. Yeah, this is better. Now, see, yeah, let us discuss a little bit and then again I'll go. Now, see, the most important thing is the that there it took a few years to see that the you can see now.
Yes, ma'am, we can
Yes,
Yes,
see.
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah, let me take. So see, I can't see you now. I feel very lost when I can't see my audience. So what happened is basically, so it took a long, maybe not less than 60 to 70 years to understand that AI is definitely an investing project, but then it contributes in lot of deep learning. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. You can see also.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can
Yes,
see.
ma'am.
Good. Okay. Now, therefore, in 2017, so hardly 7 years back, the architecture, the transformer architecture of the AI was devised, and early 2020s, the there was lot of progress, and this period is known as AI boom. So we have traversed from AI winter, the dull season, to the AI boom. And you yourself will agree that maybe when you were young in schools, early school, maybe class 5, class 6, you never heard of AI. Did you ever
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
AI?
No, ma'am. We didn't hear about AI.
None of
Actually,
us.
we all.
Was it a very interesting discovery when you came across AI?
Yeah, it was so interesting that it has now
Yes,
become a
ma'am.
regular part.
Yeah. How many of you are very excited about chat GPTs?
I am specifically very excited and I regularly use it actually.
Hmm. This must be by voice. I can make out this is Mriganko. Na?
No, ma'am, I'm Shagnik.
Oh, you're Shagnik. Wonderful. And what about Isha or Ananya or the other ones? Please don't feel left out if I miss out any name or if I wrongly make a one name. I mean, it's a very innovative thing, na? So,
Yes, ma'am. It is
Ma'am, I also
very
use
innovative.
ChatGPT on a regular basis, and it's very
From the
exciting.
COVID-19 time, we are using it so much more than
yeah,
previous to that point.
yes,
From the time we were in home and everything was shut down, telecommunication, telemedicine, it all came into AI only, and we
yeah,
used it in a lot of time because we needed everything by only the phone on, and every answer was there. So it was kind of a new mode of communication between person to person, and answering every question they had in mind
yeah,
about the COVID, and how to deal with it, what to do, everything.
yeah. So, who told this? Who told this answer?
Ma'am, I am Isha.
Isha. Yeah, yeah. So see, Isha has pointed out. So don't you think that COVID, of course, was a very, very cursing situation to our society as well as in the health sector, as well as the globally. But COVID also left a big mark in the area of computer innovation. And we went from AI to robots, and in fact in houses also we bought robots for cleaning because we didn't allow anybody to enter, and so many things. So the AI boom actually is a 2020. And don't you think this is a COVID time?
Yes, ma'am,
Exactly, ma'am.
definitely. Actually, ma'am, in that particular COVID era, I was in my 12th actually. So that the complete my 12 boards preparation along with my NEET UG preparation, everything that became online. And initially, we were not at all used to these online sessions.
Yeah,
Even not our teachers also are not so much aware about it. So
yeah,
the particular era, we all grew together with this AI and these online sessions. Even the preparations of NEET also was where these simultaneously with this advent of AI and gradual improvement of knowledge of everyone of us regarding the AI field. So
yeah.
it was really
And
very
so we
helpful.
became so comfortable with it, though there was 1 minute lag between me starting and all. But because Zoom has a different, in Zoom, you must have noticed it comes as a green cursor that sharing, and
Yes,
then
ma'am.
can
Yes.
stop sharing. This comes as a blue cursor. So, the more, even in Teams or in other media, it comes, every media has its own thing, like AI only. So, it is very exciting that we learned so many things simultaneously. You learned, I learned, some other teachers learned, your ma'am learned. So, all of us learned. And in fact, me and Dr. Arunima, we were in some other program and we were all desperately learning. So it was bioethics, and we were all desperately learning so many things. And you must be knowing your ma'am is a visiting faculty for certain other universities of repute in these fields. So you must be grateful that you have got Arunima ma'am as your mentor. I will call it my mentor and facilitator. So see, you have seen that AI boom has happened with the COVID, with the onset of COVID. And in fact, COVID came in 2019, 2018, it started coming. But in 2020, it took a long-term effect for the future. It gave us AI, which we are still using and we are using with more success. And so what happens is, the traditional goals, if we can see the traditional goals of AI, there was a lot of, like you said, knowledge precision, reasoning, planning, learning. We never anticipated that so easily robotics will come in the picture. Did we ever think? We all had robots in our as a play toy. I'm sure all of you had that steel robot, playing with that. So robots was more like a toy. And then robotics is the surgery, especially in oncology and other surgical maneuvers. Now robots are there for even the cleaning the houses and everything. So, and I'm sure you know, in Kolkata there are restaurants which has opened up where robots serve the dishes. Have you been to them, these restaurants? Hi, my students.
No, ma'am.
No,
No,
ma'am, we
ma'am.
No,
have heard
ma'am.
about it. Ma'am, we have seen over the social media.
Yeah, even I. Even I. Acha, did you see that social media, that picture, that a robot is a girlfriend of a boy, and the boy is introducing the robot to his mother?
Yeah, ma'am. That film.
Yeah,
Yes,
even I.
ma'am.
Yeah, even I. And did you know that a robot had committed suicide in US?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, na? So we can go ahead based on that. Now, see, so many things the robots are doing now, but they are not individuals. We are just putting the softwares and we are just tuning them. Now, how many of you have been suffering from cold, cough? Anybody?
I'm suffering
You are,
recently.
I am
I
suffering.
have been suffering.
You are suffering. And anybody else?
Ma'am, I'm also.
You are also. How for how long?
Ma'am,
Since the
for
last two
almost
days.
1 week.
1 week. Anybody else more than a week? It is an artificial virus which has been sent with a software for suffering up to 1.5 months. So you can imagine to what extent this bioterrorism through AI can be made. These are all not normal viruses. If you have seen, your suffering is definitely different. Even I am suffering, and it is different from the the normal cold, cough, fever, which used to respond to many other medicines and all. But now it is not responding so well. So there are ill effects, and we all know how research can be for the benefit or against the benefit. Now coming to this, that we have to see how the optimization can be done, that is how we can reach the optimal level of health and care with logic, with neural networks. And it is very last week we had a workshop on artificial intelligence of in the application of psychiatry, mental health. You can type it and see, google it and see. Now this is done by the IIT people of Bombay, and they gave us actually this product. I would like to request Arunima, I will give you the phone number. You can contact the person. It is excellent. It is just a software. And if you download it, AI InfoHill is the company. InfoHill, it is free.
Okay, ma'am.
So if you download it, then there will be sets of questions like before exam. All of us are tensed. We feel that we don't know. or girlfriend has run away. So we are all depressed. Boyfriend has run away. We are all depressed. Then we thought we would be doing well. We have not performed well. We are all depressed. There are various phases of mental health conditions. It's not every day, it's not uniform. So there are questions and there are answers, and they do good counseling also. This is a software, InfoHeal, INFOHEAL. And I was so impressed by the handling of the cases, and it has been given to our students actually, and it is a wonderful device. Play it, you can go and download it, and now it is free. Maybe later on they will make it little. It has, if you finish off your GB, then you will have to pay 30 rupees or something to again top it up. So it is widely used in psychology also. Of course, linguistics, people, you only said about language. Sagnick said philosophy, neuroscience, and other fields. Every field has this application. Now, reasoning, knowledge, representation, planning. Now, so there are algorithms for logical deductions. Like Ananya said that we will have a database. We look into the database and then we know what to do, what not to do. From where the patient has come. Is it an endemic zone, or say for Kalazar, is it coming from Muzaffarpur? So there can be logical deductions. Just looking at the database, you can come to conclusions. Now there can be, in the 80s and 90s, there are a lot of uncertainties why this AI winter came. This was the period because there was a lot of economic problem. People were not ready to invest. So there was probabilities, and nobody was certain whether it will be useful also. So because the algorithms were insufficient, the proofs were not there. Because if you don't invest, you don't get a return. You don't know what is the outcome. You don't know what is the output, whether it is beneficial or non-beneficial. And so this was continuing. But in classical planning, what happens is when we do a research, we know that because you have taken up elective, you know that this at the end of my elective, I should be knowing this, this, this. This is called classical planning. But what happens is sometimes in most real world problems, we are not certain about the situation. Like when COVID struck us, we were all bewildered. We didn't know. We were all overwhelmed. Our government of India in the month of March, first week, said, I think if I'm not wrong, 3rd March or so, said that you make sound with your plate and spoon, and COVID will run away. And we all did it because this was not known. It was not a deterministic character. Therefore, we must choose our action by taking the probabilistic guess as well as reassess how much of this has worked. We could win over COVID because many things had worked besides the vaccine. The hygiene worked, the rest worked, the mask worked, the hand wash worked, and then the separation from individuals worked, isolation in the words worked, so many things. So there was enough reasoning behind the knowledge, representation, the planning, and the problem got solved ultimately. So going to this, it is basically the machine learning which you have said that can improve the performance on a given task automatically. Now, I will not go into the much of details of this, but I will just look at your right side. You will see that it has lot of actions in the reinforced learning, because there are a lot of good responses and punishment for bad ones, transferred learning, like like all of you will agree how the transfer learning happened. And one learned, the other learned about COVID, and this transfer learning happened. The deep learning. We all say that be a deep learner, not a superficial learner, because we all forget. And this is a very, very casual term now in medical education. We all speak about it. Then computational learning, we all try to do it. Now, the most important thing now is the natural language processing. It's usually done in English. It can be done in other Spanish, etc., etc. But going to 2019, the GPT came. Now, as somebody, Mriganko also said, and all of you will agree, that it can generate coherent text. He said that uh, it can generate, when there is a doubt, it can do a comprehensive study and can converge the knowledge. So it is very effective in that. Or maybe sometimes we don't want to write, we just dictate and ChatGPT keeps writing. So there are a lot of uses of GPTs, and generations have come in GPT also. And by 2023, we could use this for high-stake examinations like SAT, GRE, even CAT, then bar exam, legal, law exams. All these were application of these chat GPTs and the AIs. And even in NEET also use the OMR sheet. Now, what is this OMR? Nothing but optical sheet. Now, this also has an application like AI and the NLPs. Now, health and medicine, we definitely use it for the medicine and medical research. We have taken the Hippocratic Oath, and as medical professionals, we are ethically compelled to use AI for the basically for the benefit of the humanity, for treating the patients. If we have huge data, like Ananya has said, we can have a big data, and then we can see you can segregate the data for tissue engineering development, for microscopy, for organoid issues, or disease based. So MRD can do it. The medical record division, they do it. Therefore, AI can overcome the discrepancies in funding. Now, the question is not funding for AI. You write in ICMR project, the STS project, and you write in terms of AI, you are going to get a fund. You write in DHR or in biotechnology division, you are going to get a funded project. Small project, my dear students, you can write for STS. Now, therefore, it can work in the biochemistry section. Now, in 2023, that it can be AI guided drug discovery. So, clinical trials are also utilizing the AIs for antibiotics capable of killing 2 different types of drug-resistant bacteria. Then, Parkinson's disease is a very big invention which is going to happen, and it has already seen that the screening process, this can be tenfold and reduce the cost by 1,000-fold. But a lot of work is being done in Parkinsonism disease. So it is also being done in oncology. I'm sure you know that vaccine is not the HPV I'm talking of, but other vaccines are in the air. And maybe next year, many oncological diseases will come out with vaccine utilization. Therefore, there are high profile applications, you know, YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Alexa, everything has AI. It's a superhuman part, and it has strategy games. So we can use it for this purpose. Now, I would like to focus because we are reaching 8 o'clock. In 5 minutes, I will tell about ethics of AI. There are obviously risk and harm, you know, privacy, copyright. Remember, whenever you are taking the help of Chat GPT, my dear students, please be very cautious about the copyright and the plagiarism part. Your madam will be able to guide you much better and in a very shorter time. And therefore, focus on this sentence, that as the use of AI has become widespread, several unintended consequences and risks have been identified. So, what are the risks have been identified? If it is not applied properly, then the risks can be drug discovery, clinical trials, everywhere. It can be very risky. Therefore, the ethical AI practices first is impact assessment. So, it is to identify, evaluate ethical implications. Then it can be for AI risk and assessment and audit. So, it is also very important that the AI can be potential risk can be identified and we can address them. Now, this AI, I said about AI in the utility of psychology just now, the psychiatry or the clinical mental health problems. Now, suppose AI asked you a pertinent question and there are many answers to that question. For example, I will give you an example. Let me think. Yeah. Suppose the AI has asked, you have written, I'm suffering from stress. Now, stress can be multiple. Now, the AI asks you what type of stress it is. You write that I am suffering from examination stress. Now, look at the components of the examination stress. One is you are prepared and you are stressful about the exam. One is you are not prepared, you are stressful about the exam. One is you are doubtful about your preparation and you are suffering from the stress. Number four is you cannot write very fast, so you are stressful about the theoretical examination. Number five is you have left out some chapters and you are stressful. Now your AI will not ask you what are the aspects of the examination stress. Rather, he will ask you, why are you stressed? So you will write automatically that I'm stressful because I'm not well prepared. Now, it is not the well prepared alone which has made you stressful. It can be multiple reasons influencing your stress, causing your stress. Now, that is where the entire artificial intelligence cannot be utilized. Rather, it can lead to some risk because it can pick up that presuming that you are prepared, but you are stressed, which is normal, and it can say that you can have a good sleep tonight and tomorrow your performance will be better. So, but it has not dealt with your problem in particular. Rather, the judgment of AI has not been proper. Therefore, there can be risk mitigation plans. So, there can be plans which can mitigate the risks and build organizational awareness, ensure employees to understand companies' data and AI products. That's what the companies do. So, we got this company and they gave this AI free to the students. I do not know exactly how the students are using it. I have used it and I have seen that it gives sometimes weird answers and sometimes very perfect answers. Therefore, what happened? What are the benefits of AI? Is basically it can tutor yourself. Somebody has said already, it converges. Therefore, it can be used in for teachers for grading. It can be chatbot. Somebody has said it can be a curriculum planning method for us to plan how to implement AI because this is coming. Learning analytics, you can do that, how much to learn, what to leave, what to know, what not, or content recommendation. Now, see, this is the curriculum. This is for us. This is for you for tomorrow because you are tomorrow's doctors, tomorrow's academicians. Now, I would like you to look at this arrow. Usually, arrow is down, that it comes from up to low. but it is from low. So the end users, the consumers, will be determining what is the translation, how much to use, where to use, how to develop it, and then you straight away come to the curriculum. So there are some technical concepts of it, the engineering part, I mean the Python, the coding part and other things, the deep learning, the data privacy, the data entry, the data analytics, all these things. Then the validation of these data, and of course the patient details, patient informed consent, all these things. Then of course the ethics will come, because there will be bias, there will be conflict of interest, there will be confidentiality issue, there will be vulnerability issue, there will be privacy issue, so many issues will come. And then finally is the appraisal. So you will make a beautiful curriculum out of it. You can all do it for your purpose of learning. Therefore, there is some tutoring part, collaborative learning part. There will be these learning parts are all platforms. You know it very well. There are many platforms, and there are many platforms which we use regularly, learning platforms. The management part, the resource allocation part, because everything is resource. There is resource constraint with the university as well as the colleges, and we all want a resource. And examination part, as I have already told you. Therefore, the advantages become the student assessment becomes easy, clinical settings, simulation can be easy, you can set up, you can see an AI example, you open the Wikipedia, you open the site, PubMed, you will see hundreds and hundreds of papers. There are active learning strategies which AI will help you to form, like Mriganko has pointed out. I'm very, very happy about it that the student has said that it can be converging the whole information. Cost effectiveness, I really do not agree much to it, because a rural student may not be able to use AI as an urban student. Curriculum review, and of course the distance learning, which we are now indulging in. Challenges are of course many in infrastructure. You need to have proper bandwidth, you need to have the AI, you need to have an exposure of AI, you need to know how the AI functions, you have to know the how to utilize the AI in the proper way, because as I had said, the cheating and plagiarism is a very important way. I have seen AI cheating actually, and there can be technical malfunction as well as the strategy formation. Therefore, role of AI is nothing but what course should I do for AI? People may ask. There are many courses in Coursera. There are many courses in the Swayam NTPL, and you can go to any site and do AI courses. Then there are jobs available, and we all know that it has certain advantages. It is, of course, in education we are using it, so it is not a new thing. Now, see, look at this slide. In the healthcare, we are going into robotic surgery for many, many, many things. Now, lab surgery is nothing. We have the healthcare data management system, we have medical diagnostics, we have drug discovery, the clinical trials, we have patient experience. And to my, if I have to add a little more, because we had a workshop last week, and there is not only this AI in the application of this, there is AI in 3D bioprinting, in dental treatment, in anatomy. Now there are AIs in the arch of foot, you know, when there is space cavers, space planners, and talipers, and all these things, or in trauma, there is AI. Now I saw AI in the diabetic retinopathy. In fact, I tested myself, and it's a beautiful device. Diabetic retinopathy, there is instant AI utilization in ECG and ECG reading. You don't have to go to a cardiologist, you can do it in rural population. They have given us these machines actually for utilization in our PHC and CHCs. Now then, I saw the AI, such a wonderful AI, It looks like a mobile phone. You have a wound, you put it on that. Immediately it will say whether it's a gram positive or gram negative organism. And then you go ahead as per your protocol. So, AI is the word now in the field of medicine and in healthcare. The ethical aspects of it are the regulation, that it is not being malutilized, it is not being mal practiced. Privacy, as she said, data. Now, data observatory is very easy, but data confidentiality is very difficult, and data leakage is far more difficult. And if it gets hacked, then it is for the world to see. So there is a chance of bias and conflict of interest, transparency, and relevance. You all will agree to this. There are legal governance is being developed. Legal rules are not so effective. In fact, today only my daughter is a lawyer, so I asked her. Confidentiality and privacy, of course, has to be done because it is the vulnerable population we deal with in our own day to day practice. And then accuracy and decision making is our work. I think all of you are agreeing and listening also because I can't see. So there are about 10 advantages. You can make it more. It is learning is personalized, task, content creation, accessibility, closing the skill gaps. You all will agree. Now 24 by 7 tutoring because it is student centered, self directed learning, so it can be used. It can complement human teachers. Maybe a day will come when we will be much less needed, and only to clarify your doubts, which AI will not be able to do. And the day is not very far. And there are various learning systems. So if we look at the pillars of medical ethics, it is the autonomy, the respect. We have to respect, even if we do a data conservatory or data repository or data observatory, whatever it is, the autonomy has to be maintained. Beneficence, it is for the good. Non-maleficence, we are not doing any harm, at least not intentionally. And this justice, as I had pointed out, we are urban population, we are talking of AI, but think of a student who is the last district of West Bengal and the last boy sitting under the the road light. There are students, very good students. So, distributive justice for AI is an essential factor, and the government is taking care of it. They're distributing, but of course, we have to see how much 5Gs are reaching and how much effectively it can be utilized. So, there is framework of respect, connect, care, and protect, and benefits, as you have already seen, the efficiency of it, the innovation, the safety. But in healthcare, we have to see that how people recover faster and live longer. Japan has worked on it, and we can see other countries also. Therefore, I will not go into this detail, but I will say that AI welfare is there, right is there, copyright is there, privacy is there, and we have to be very careful in utilizing this. Therefore, AI can be used in personalization, tutoring, quick response, and task automation. Task automation means for which purpose we are using it. Is it for surgery? Is it for entering our day information? Because chat gpt is used in classes also. I do not want myself as a teacher, as examiner, I will not ask the chat gpt to write an answer. Suppose you are given a tab and you are asked to write answers, and you say, chat gpt, please write, and so you forget to write. I have seen students who have almost forgotten to write in Europe and UK and in US, because they are so much into AI and all these various types of tablets and other things. So this is in a nutshell. I took more than 1 hour, maybe 1 hour, 10 minutes, and I'm sorry I overshot. Actually, we were talking also,
Yes, ma'am. Thanks a lot, ma'am, for your wonderful session. We are grateful to you for participating and
Yeah.
helping us to learn. And we look forward again meeting you
Yeah,
according to your time.
thank you so much. Dr. Arunima, tomorrow I have a meeting actually,
Yes, ma'am.
and we can fix up as per the convenience of the students. Okay?
Okay,
Achha,
ma'am.
students, did you like the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Or you
Yes,
did?
ma'am. Definitely. We like
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. We like it very much.
You liked it? Okay. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, Dr. Arunima. And
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
I would like to interact. I
Thank you
love
so much,
teaching
ma'am.
and I love interacting with students. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have a
Bye, ma'am.
splendid weekend and tomorrow I don't have a class. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Because I have some meeting, and so have a splendid
Ma'am.
Sunday. Okay. Bye bye. Good
Bye,
night.
ma'am.
Bye,
Good
ma'am.
night.
Good
Good
night,
night.
ma'am.
Bye.